Hey Superman Fit, it's Betsy, aka Mighty Mouse. I am bringing you one of my absolutely favorite recipes today, and I've been actually thinking about making this for the past week, so I'm super excited to bring it to you today. It's not one of my super high protein recipes like how I usually use the protein powder and everything, but this is something guilt-free that you can eat, and I often eat most of it before it makes it into the pie pan. Speaking of pie pan, I actually dropped my pie pan right before making this video, so you're going to be witnessing the first ever pumpkin pie minis. And so these ones are not going to be crustless as promised, but you can make this crustless by just pouring the mix straight into a pie pan. If you're interested, stay till the end of the video and I will be showing you how to make the pumpkin pie minis. I'm going to be using a little basically carb-free crust, and we're just going to put them in muffin tins. It's making its debut, so I'm not really sure how they're going to turn out, but we're going to find out together. So this recipe, basically, you can just pour it straight into a pie pan. If you want, you can use the mini pie crust recipe at the end, and you can make one giant pie crust instead, and you can still use that if you absolutely have to have the crust. Another thing is this recipe is safe to eat if, like I said, a lot of the times it doesn't make it into the oven for me. If you are using egg substitute, you can eat this raw. It's okay. There is debate over whether or not you should eat pasteurized eggs. I know some people say, oh, well, eggs are eggs, it's not safe to eat them. But a little bit of information for you. Pasteurized just means basically that the product has been heated and then cooled. So a lot of the microbial life that, is damaging to your body has been killed by the heat. So it does still have some of the digestive side effects. So if raw egg makes you uncomfortable, obviously don't eat it. That's enough rambling for me, but I want to let you know it is mid to late September, so that means I'm allowed to bring out the pumpkin recipes now. It's not too early, and so I'm psyched. You're gonna love this recipe. Super easy. Okay. First thing you're gonna need, can of pumpkin puree. Libby's is great. Go get Libby's. You don't want to get pumpkin pie filling. That is the most important thing. That is sugar. So, get your handy dandy bowl, and we're just gonna add that. Whole can. Not one of the big boys, but one of the 15-ounce cans. Yeah, 15 ounce. Pumpkin's so good for you, so. FYI, pumpkin is a fruit. A little tidbit of information. Most people think of it as a vegetable. For all intents and purposes it is, but I mean, technically it's a fruit. Okay. So we've added the pumpkin. Next thing we're going to do is add, shake it, 3/4 cups of our pasteurized egg substitute for egg whites. If you are going to use whole eggs, it's equivalent to 3 whole eggs, or about 5 whites. We are using veteran eggs. Alright. I'm not really exact with my measurements. It's not a big deal if you over pour, under pour just a little bit. With this recipe at least. Some recipes, if you are really looking for certain consistency, like you need something to be a little bit drier, you're going to be careful about how much liquid you add. You might want to even add it a little bit more slowly, but this recipe, you don't have to worry so much about that. So, now, I'm going to add 3/4 cup, again, take the 1/4 cup, of unsweetened almond milk. This is awesome. You can also use any other non-dairy substitute, and I really like this one. They make a coconut vanilla one that is like off the hook. It's so good. But for this one, I like vanilla or regular. Doesn't make a difference. 2, 3. Yum. And stevia. Like I said, I like to keep things that I use all the time in little containers. I also have oat flour. I grind up oats and keep them in here. I just keep them on the counter because it's easier for me. But if you want, if you're in the supermarket and you're looking for it, stevia in a ball. Looks like that. All natural, you guys. All natural. And I'm totally hooked. Alright, so we're going to do, again, 3/4 cup of stevia. 2, 3. Alright, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Just incorporate all the ingredients. What would be really, really good here, and I should probably have a whisk, but I don't have a whisk, so I'm going to use a fork. Just mix it all together. Already, the color is so great. I love fall just because of the pumpkin recipes. I get so excited when it starts getting cold. Pumpkin coffee? Hello. I actually just ordered some sugar-free pumpkin syrup for my coffee. The Tirani syrups are amazing. T-O-R-A-N-I. So, so good. They have all types of flavors. Make your pumpkin coffee at home. You don't have to get all that high-fat stuff that all the major chains put in it. That's a good idea for a video. Alright, so now that we have that, I'm going to take any type of sugar-free syrup. This one I like because it's not like toxic. It doesn't have like 80 grams of sugar alcohol in it. It's just, and it's not like, it's a more mild taste. It has, you know, more water than anything else, but it just does the trick. It's just mapley enough. Alright, so we're going to add 1/4 cup of our sugar-free non-toxic syrup. You can use any brand you like. I like this brand. It's cheap. That works. And it's not super toxic. Always a plus. No dying. Alright, so now we have our spices to add. We pretty much added everything. One more wet ingredient. Vanilla. You don't have any vanilla, it's not a big deal. You don't have to add this. It won't make a huge difference. So, not a vital ingredient. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon. Not tablespoon, but teaspoon. FYI, there's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. So 1/3 of a tablespoon. Alright. Now we've got out of the way, we're going to add our spices. I'm also going to do a teaspoon of cinnamon. Any kind of cinnamon will do. I just get the cheapest one. And if you want it a little bit less cinnamony, if that's a word, you guys, you can add about half a teaspoon instead. That's fine. With baking, as far as it comes to the spices, you really have control over what you want to do. So if you like something a little bit less vanilla-y, a little less cinnamony, you really have control over that. It's not going to make a huge difference on the way it bakes. The consistency will still be the same. Okay. Now, my favorite ingredient ever, pumpkin pie spice. And this one is vital. You have to have this. I'm going to add a tablespoon. That's a lot. That's 3 teaspoons. That's a big serving. It's hefty. But totally necessary. Okay. So excited. Alright, so really mix it all together. Make sure everything's in there. Making sure we have all of our ingredients. So, first we added the pumpkin. We had the egg substitute. We did the egg whites or the egg substitute. Oh, just said that. We had the stevia. We had the almond milk. I used unsweetened vanilla Almond Breeze. You can use soy milk. You can use rice milk. Whatever you like. You can use, if you want to go dairy, go ahead. Use regular old 1% skim milk. Keep it guilt-free. We also had a 1/4 cup of the sugar-free syrup, any brand, and then we did vanilla, pumpkin pie spice, and cinnamon. This is like amazing. I'm gonna eat it all. Now you have to test. Okay, this is absolutely crucial. I'm not cheating. I'm just being the guinea pig. Absolutely perfect. Wouldn't expect anything less. I put my fork back, so don't feed other people with this. You know, you're done double dip. Just courteous. Alright, and I'm going to show you how to make the crust using almond flour. You guys, you don't have to do this step. You can go ahead and just put this straight in your oven, which you should have preheated first, by the way. That is the first step always. While you're making the dish, preheat the oven. Saves you time. So, you know, it takes about 10 minutes. We're going to do 1/2 cup of almond flour. And we're going to do, you know, about 1/4 cup of stevia. And this is, again, if you want a little bit less sweet, a little bit more sweet, you control here about how much you want to add. Here's where it's fun to play with. In the crust, I've done different things. I've added almond extract. I've added vanilla extract. I've added cinnamon just to make it a little bit more cinnamony. I love cinnamon. There's all types of stuff you can do here at this point. Kind of fun with the crust, but we're just gonna keep it real simple. Now, you have to be really, really careful with this. We're gonna add a little bit of egg substitute. Add too much, and the crust is just gonna fall apart. So, I mean, you're adding a very small amount. We're going to start with a tablespoon. FYI, there are 4 tablespoons in a 1/4 cup. So we're starting with 1/4 of a 1/4 cup. So add that 1 tablespoon, and at first it's going to seem like it's not a lot, but just keep on mixing. You really need the consistency, I can talk, to be a little dry. More than a little dry. And you can even get in there and use your hands, but you definitely don't want to add too much. Now if you keep on pushing it around, you're going to see that it really starts to form clumps, even though you just use that little tiny bit of liquid. So that 1 tablespoon might even do it. I'm actually going to get my hands in there. My hands are clean. I washed them at the beginning. And that's actually perfect. That 1 tablespoon completely did the trick. Once you get in there, you see you can form a little ball of dough. Now this ball of dough is enough to form about 4 mini bites. 3 to 4. So you adjust the recipe depending on how many you want to make. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get out my cupcake tin. I've already made some before this just to make sure everything was going to be good. So, this is how they turned out. Basically, I'm going to do one of them. You want to spray to make sure it's not going to stick. to give the tin a spray inside. Take about that much dough. I'm going to say that's about half an inch all around. So flatten it, or you can get on the counter and flatten it. It's going to be really sticky, so it is going to stick to your hand. You might even want to put a little bit of flour down so it doesn't stick. But I'm just going to go ahead and flatten it out, a little coin, and just push down in the middle. Just push, 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 and just kind of form a little bowl for the contents. Make sure the wall is high enough on the crust to actually hold the pumpkin. So not too high, but just a little moat. There we go. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and add the pumpkin. If you didn't add it to the pie pan already, then this is what you're going to be doing. And here I had 9 of them, which is good for now. I may make more, depending on how much mix I have left. Again, these are making their debut, so we'll see. Alright, we have everything mixed in really well. I'm just going to pour enough. This isn't going to rise a whole lot, so just pour enough to make enough to just pour enough to fit inside of the little container. That is so good. I'm so excited for fall. Alright, so we're going to pour just enough for the container to hold. For a little tiny pie crust. They're so cute. Alright. So what I'm seeing here is it's about a little over a tablespoon of mix. Depending on how high you make your crust. Mine, again, I just used about an inch. How about a half an inch of dough? Alright. These are super, super cute. And now what I'm going to do, actually, just to make them look nice, just for appearances, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of pumpkin pie spice on top of them. You could do cinnamon, you could do pumpkin pie spice, whatever you want to do. It just looks nice. Just like literally a sprinkle. Not a huge amount. I'm going to take a picture of these too so you guys can see them. They are so cute. They're going to be delicious. Alright, so we're going to put these in the oven. It's going to take 45 minutes for them to cook. So we're going to go ahead and put them in now. And we're going to set our kitchen timer if you have one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I definitely have a lot of mix left. I'm going to be honest with you, I think I'm going to just eat it. I'm so bad. So, we do have some crust left, and we could always make more. So I can also do that. Or probably won't, actually. But we can always do that and just make a few more. So again, I made about 9 with half a cup of that almond flour. And I want to hear from you guys and tell me what you did. Tell me if you made the little crust, or tell me, did you mix it up? Did you put something else in the crust to make it more delicious? Some cinnamon, some pumpkin pie spice? Did you just put it straight in the pan? How did you like it? And this is something you can eat the whole entire pie. Okay, you can eat a whole entire pumpkin pie, and it's delicious. Come on, you love me. Alright, Superman Fit family, so I'll see you in 45 minutes. Alright, you guys, it's the moment of truth. Let's see how they turned out. They're beautiful. Alright, I want to show you. That's what mine look like. And we want to put these in the refrigerator. So I'm actually going to let them cool off for a little bit, but I just wanted to make sure the crust was okay. Alright. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Pumpkin pie bites. And if these are atrocious, I won't even publish the video, but I'm going to try them as soon as they cool off. I'll let you know. They look awesome. I can't imagine that they're bad, but enjoy, and I'm sure they're going to be amazing. I'm so excited to hear what you guys think, and let me know how you made yours. Bye, Superman Fit.